Welcome to PR Powerhouse, helping female entrepreneurs to get in the press and to gain PR. I'm Jo Swan, and I'll be sharing how to harness the power of the media to boost your credibility and business visibility, no matter what stage in business you're at. Because I'm on a mission to show you that PR is not just for the big boys. In this show, you'll learn how to reach out to journalists and own your place in the press, because you are ready to become a PR powerhouse. Hello, and welcome to episode 16. Today, we are going to be talking all about the power of PR in the context of how PR can help you win. So we're going to be talking about how PR can help you win awards. And the focus of this is very much around how it actually helps you be seen to be walking the walk. So often we are walking the walk in terms of we are really standing by our mission and we are really delivering on what it is we're setting out to achieve, but it's not always that visible to other people, or there's not always a way to kind of recognize that. So actually through undertaking PR, this is a real way that you can really capture everything that you're doing and also accentuate it, amplify it. And this works really, really well for when you're entering awards. So we've entered quite a few awards for clients over the years, and we've got a pretty good track record. We've also entered some for ourselves, and we've done pretty well too. And I think award season is coming back round, so it's been something that's been kind of on my mind this past week. And as we've been entering more and more clients for things, it just gets me so excited because I love an award. I love the chance to celebrate. And you know that I love to cheerlead and champion, and having an award just gives you that leverage. So I know there's lots of people that have varying views on awards, whether they're worth the paper that they're printed on. But actually, from a PR perspective, having an award is super powerful because it does give you that credibility back to the journalist. It's all a massive ripple effect. So by getting PR, it helps you win awards, which I'm going to talk to you about in a minute. But then winning an award helps you get PR. So it works together really beautifully. And in the eyes of your audience, I don't care what you say. I 100% believe that if you can say you're an award-winning coach, you're an award-winning health and well-being practitioner, that does elevate you. It does elevate you in the eyes of the audience because psychologically that tells them something. That tells them that you're at a certain level because you've had that third-party recognition and you've had that kind of stamp of approval. And that does go a long way in the eyes of our audience. So in today's episode, I'm going to walk you through 5 ways that PR can help you win awards. Now, when you're entering an award, what the people that are running that award are looking for, they're looking for ways that you stand out. They're looking for something that puts you over and above other people in that category that have also entered that award. And what they are looking for are people that can walk the walk. So people who can be seen to be doing what it is they say they're doing. So often people enter awards going, this is my mission. It's my mission to reach like 1 million women and change their lives by doing this, 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 and this. And then when they actually fill out the award entry form and the awards kind of body asks, well, how are you doing that? It's really hard to actually define that and to prove that you are doing it if you don't have the power of PR in your back pocket. So you use PR as a way to kind of provide evidence that actually what you say your mission is actually your mission that you are working on and you're working towards every day. Number 1, the first way that PR can help you win awards is to get you recognized as an expert. Now, this is something that is so powerful. We've seen it with our clients who have entered awards actually multiple times prior to doing PR, and they are still that same level of expert as they were pretty much, a year later. And they already had those qualifications. They already had that experience. They already had that mission the year prior when they entered the awards, but without the media kind of collateral and the media coverage to kind of really elevate themselves and to showcase them as an expert through a third party, they weren't winning these awards. So their entry was pretty much the same, except from the PR. And it just goes to show the impact that this really brings, because as soon as she entered with all of the PR collateral, she absolutely smashed it and she won. And she picked up the award that she'd been dreaming about for years. So this stuff does really work. So the first reason why using PR is really useful to help you win awards is to get that recognition as an expert. Now, this is one of the ways that we teach you how to use PR to actually elevate your status, to share your knowledge, and to get that respect from a third party, from a media outlet, that you are somebody that they have put trust in to supply content to them. And that basically puts you in this category as an expert. And what that does is it brings you status. It brings you status in the eyes of your audience. It brings you status in the eyes of these awards, people that are giving out these awards, the award organizers. And it gives you status in your field. So it's so hard to differentiate, especially in coaching. It's so hard to differentiate amongst us because there's so many coaches. So you've really got to find your way to stand out and to cut through. And actually, by having this recognition and really building up this status and this profile through PR, that's one way that you can do it. So the status is really important. The other thing that's really important is what comes with that status, which is belief. And this is something that I think sometimes we don't realize the power of this. When we've been recognized as an expert by a third party, we then start to believe that too. And the ways that businesses have been transformed after people have really, really sort of taken on board that recognition and really taken it on and really let that sink in and really kind of recognize themselves as an expert, that massively superpowers people's businesses as well, because it just superpowers their confidence, it superpowers how they show up, and it superpowers the kind of level that they play at. So it brings you status, it brings you belief, it brings you trust from your audience and from the awarding bodies, and it shows that you're prepared to take up some space, in your industry, to put yourself out there, to actually stand up for what it is that you believe in, and to showcase what it is that your mission is. Which leads me on to point number 2. Now, point number 2 is all around creating challenging conversations. Now, when people are looking for winners of awards, they're looking for people that are going above and beyond. They're looking for people who are doing something a little bit different to what others are doing. They're looking for someone who's creating some sort of ripple effect, some sort of change, some sort of movement, momentum. So the other way that you can use PR to win awards is to start these conversations, to start these challenging conversations and to create thought-provoking content. Now, this is what we teach. When we teach you to create knowledge-sharing content, we teach you to think about the power of that content. And we tell you not to create 5 top 10 tips. There's any old crap that someone else could create that's sat right next to you. We really ask you to engage and think about what your individual take on this is. What is your slant? What's your spin? What angle are you coming from? What are you trying to generate by putting this content out there? And that's what we have to think about. We want our content to create emotion. We want it to create engagement and connection, because ultimately PR is about conversation. PR is around a two-way relationship. We don't just want to put content out that people read and they just walk away from. We want content to affect people. And when you can prove that you're creating content like that and you can showcase it through PR, then people start to believe that you are interested in having these challenging conversations, in actually creating new conversations by offering these thought-provoking content pieces. So it's really, really powerful to get yourself behind generating this kind of content and then using PR to leverage it. For us, an example of this is me trying to start conversations about more startups getting involved in PR, about PR being a leveler, about PR not being out of reach for small businesses. And it's really important to me that we start those conversations so that more people feel included, more people feel that PR is accessible to them. Also start these conversations about actually why people are not doing PR and challenging some of those limitations that women in business often have around imposter syndrome and limiting beliefs, and actually how the power of PR can help you build up your own belief and your own self-belief and trust in yourself. So there's lots of conversations that I really love getting started around PR, and I think it's really important that those conversations happen, because if we want to change anything, if we want to bring people through with us, and we want more people to be able to make the opportunity and to find the power of PR, then we have to start these conversations. So what could you be starting a conversation about? What kind of challenging or thought-provoking content do you need to put out there that sits behind your message, that really helps you illustrate that message and really helps you bring that mission to life? And this ties in beautifully to point number 3, which is all around making a difference and proving that you care. Again, going back to what awards people are looking for, they're looking for proof. They're looking for evidence that what you say is true. They're looking for evidence to support your mission, that it actually is in existence. It's not just something that you've written as a fancy mission statement. It's something that you are living and breathing, and you are doing something about it. So PR helps you prove that you care. And one of the ways that this can be done is through running things like PR campaigns. So thinking about something that you want to make a change with and creating a campaigns around that and galvanizing some sort of activity, some sort of movement, some sort of collaboration of people and ideas that can really make a difference towards you achieving your mission. So this could be something like, it could be a poll, it could be a survey, it could be a petition, it could be you create a new awareness day, it could be you create some sort of charity event. It could be that you pull people together as part of something that you are really trying to make a difference around. So it's really depends on your industry and on your mission and what you're trying to achieve. But by creating a PR campaign, what you're actually doing is you're asking people to take action. So as part of that campaign, you would be asking for people to take action. And sometimes that's as little as sharing a social media message or a hashtag or something to kind of G people up to start them thinking about something. Sometimes you might be asking them to sign a petition. Sometimes you might be asking people to come together and to network and to talk about a bigger issue or a subject that you're trying to bring to the forefront. But whatever it is you're doing, by doing this, you're going to make a difference. You're going to move that dial even just a tiny bit. You're going to move that dial towards making a change, and you'll be seen to really proactively stepping into your mission, to really living it. And that's super, super important when you're looking to win awards. Okay, point number 4 comes back down to evidence again. So point number 4 is about providing impact and proving that you are making impact. So like I said back at the beginning, I was saying what people look for when they're looking for people to win these awards is evidence that they are walking their walk. Now, if you say that your mission is to reach 1 million women and to provide them with financial knowledge and generate financial independence in 1 million women globally, how are they going to know whether you've done that or not? Sure, they can have a look and see if you've got, how many social media followers you've got, but actually there needs to be something more to it than that. So if you can go back and say, well, actually, I've been in this national media, I've been in this national media, I've been in this article here, I've spread this message here, here, and here, and that works out to be equivalent of X million people that have potentially seen my message. That's a reach of X million people. That is real impact right there. That is real evidence. So by being featured in PR, you need to kind of use the statistics that go with that coverage to be able to prove how many people you have reached with your message. And that's a really, really powerful way to prove that you are working towards your mission. And we've seen this make a massive, massive difference when people have used reach figures from the publications that they've been featured in as part of award entries, because it just elevates you hugely compared to others who are not doing this. And that's the whole thing. We want you to be ahead of the game. We want you to have a competitive advantage. I want you to be going into awards knowing that you've got a really great chance of success here, that you've got a really great chance of actually standing out. And then when you've won those awards, you'll be able to showcase why you won those awards, because they usually do say, oh, we were really impressed with this, or we were impressed with that, or we love that campaign, or we found it inspiring and motivating that she'd reached like 10 million women with her PR. So then it just spins it all back around and it gives you that content again to share and to, again, just raise that profile, raise that credibility, raise that visibility, and raise that really great feeling about you and your brand. So point number 5 comes down to the power of PR in terms of building your online profile. So number 5 is all around building your digital footprint. Now, what I mean by this is that when awards people are doing their research, and they do research, so they don't just necessarily rely on the content that you provide them with. Some of them do have research teams that go out and actually have a little suss out of your platforms and sort of how you're appearing and where you show up on Google and that kind of stuff. So if you've been in loads of PR, and particularly you've had some nice online PR, then you create something called a digital footprint, which means that your content is splattered about the internet, not just from your own website. So if you've got articles where you've been featured and you've got links from magazines online, from newspaper pieces, from online blogs, and you're coming up, if they Google your name and you come up multiple times on different people's platforms, again, that proves that you are out there, that you are doing this, that you are in the real world making a change. and that you're not just talking to yourself on your website or on your own blog. So having that digital footprint, again, just really makes you much more credible. It makes you much more of a contender in the awards that you're entering, especially if you are entering awards around impact. So I wonder how many of you have put yourself in this situation to actually enter awards, or are you sat there thinking, that's too big for me, I'm not ready for this? And it's one of those things of like, you could talk yourself out of it because there's always going to be someone more experienced, but actually what you can do is you can create your opportunities to win these awards. So a top tip, and this is how we do it with some of our clients that we work with long term, is to get hold of the award entry form, get hold of the nomination form, have a look at the questions, have a look at the types of things they're asking, have a look at what evidence they're looking for, and then work backwards from that and basically start to generate activity that ticks all the boxes. Because let's be honest, this is playing a game. It's just like PR, it's playing a game, and you've got to be able to know the rules to be able to win it. So if you know the rules of what they're looking for, then you can consciously kind of create opportunities to make yourself more likely to be in a great position when it comes to entering that award. So we do this quite often. We work backwards and we then think about, well, what campaigns are we going to run this year that's going to make sense for this, that's going to help us tick this box, that's going to help prove that this is what is important to us. And it's not just a box ticking exercise. It's an exercise of finding ways to really showcase who you are, what you stand for, and what you believe in, and to make that come to life and to make that really happen in the real world, not just in your little isolated bubble, perhaps with your own social media followers. We need to get out there. We need to get you out there in the world. Winning awards is a great way for you to be credible, but PR is one of the things that fuels those awards and can really help you get those opportunities. So if nothing else, I would love it if you would just identify maybe a handful of awards that are coming up next year. Let's get proactive about this. Let's start planning ahead and let's think about what awards would really matter for you as a credibility sort of showcase, but also for your audience. You know, what awards would actually really be quite prestigious for them to see you winning? So work backwards, find the awards, find what's involved, and then start to make your plan of attack. Start to think about, how can I put some of this in motion? How can I prove that this is real to me, that I care about this? What activity could I plan in over the next few months? Do it really consciously, really be focused, have your PR head on, and this kind of stuff can be gold. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It was quite a fun one for me to chat around. I do love an award and I love seeing our clients win awards and celebrate awards. I'm actually going to an award ceremony in a couple of weeks, which is quite a prestigious one, and I'm crossing everything that we're going to be celebrating our client winning this. And I don't see why not. We've got to the finalist stage. We've done all the things. So yeah, that's exciting. That's exciting. So please do keep me informed. As ever, please feel free to tag me on social to let me know if you have any success in this area. I'd absolutely love to hear about it. We love championing you. We love celebrating you. And I love hearing how you put this advice into practice. So please do connect with me wherever you feel most comfortable, on Facebook or on Instagram. Be fab to hear from you. All right, I will leave you there. Have a fabulous rest of your day. Bye. Thank you for listening to PR Powerhouse with me, Jo Swan. If you want to feel empowered and supported and excited about getting in the press, come and join us in our free community over on Facebook at PR You Can Do It. I would absolutely love to see you there so I can help you take those next steps to getting in the media.